Hey, yo, Ohara Davies says the reason unthinkable. The reason he got knocked out by Ismael Barroso, he blames Vegas. He blames the hotel, the oxygen. Roll the clip.
Vegas, they've got casinos downstairs in basically every hotel. Okay, so they had the casino on the ground floor in this hotel, and people don't know that what they do in the casinos, they make the temperature perfect. They put more oxygen into the air. This isn't a conspiracy, you know, this is actually fact.
This isn't a he said this isn't a conspiracy, but they put more oxygen in the casino. Okay.
This isn't a conspiracy, you know, this is actually facts. I've spoken about this to many people, a lot of people involved in the hotel business, in the casino business that are in the hotel.
What was that cough? That's how you know he lied when they cough. I talked to a bunch of people in the hotel. That's how you know he lies.
Involved in the hotel business, in the casino business that are in the hotels, and they pump extra oxygen into the atmosphere in the casino so that people can be there all day gambling and not be tired. That's why you go to certain ones, you see people there from morning till night. They're not tired, they don't need no sleep because they're pumping more oxygen into the air that people just don't need to sleep. And in our bedrooms, they had big air vents in the fucking bedrooms. And then I realized I was up at, maybe I was going to bed about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. I was up at.
So listen to what the man said. He said that they're pumping more oxygen into the casino floor. So they're basically turning people into vampires. So he's living in the Blade movie. Frost! You out your damn mind? So basically Las Vegas, they're basically turning people into vampires because he says they're able to stay up all day and all night and gamble. So it don't matter. Nothing else matters if you work out. If you're morbidly obese, they got the oxygen flowing, so you the lost boys. All right.
Gambling, and not be tired. That's why you go to certain ones, you see people there from morning till night. They're not tired, they don't need no sleep because they're pumping more oxygen into.
So it has nothing to do with the fact that when people get gambling, they don't know when to quit. And the bright lights and the slots and the machines and the glow of the gamble from sun up to sundown because of the oxygen.
In the casino business that are in the hotels, and they pump extra oxygen into the atmosphere in the casino so that people can be there all day gambling and not be tired. That's why you go to certain ones, you see people there from morning till night. They're not tired, they don't need no sleep because they're pumping more oxygen into the air that people just don't need to sleep. And in our bedrooms, they had big air vents in the fucking bedrooms.
Yeah, it's a hotel. They typically have vents in the room. You know, that's pretty standard practice. I'm sure if you went to the UK, it's the same way. They have vents. Nothing earth-shattering there.
Just don't need to sleep. And in our bedrooms, they had big air vents in the fucking bedrooms. And then I realized I was up at, maybe I was going to bed about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning. I'm just laying down, I can't sleep. I'll be on my phone, scrolling through Instagram. And while I was doing that at 3 in the morning, I realized the other people that are here with me, there was about 6 of us. They were on Instagram too. I'm thinking, what are you doing up at this time? They're thinking, what are you doing up at this time? You're fucking fired. I'm like, I can't sleep. They're like, I can't sleep too.
So what he just said was he decided to wake up. I'm so sorry. This is so funny to me. He decided to wake up. He couldn't sleep in the middle of the night. And he got on his phone and started scrolling Instagram. And he said other people started scrolling Instagram. So now, since he's talking about oxygen and stuff, let me tell you some real science. Anybody who studies the brain, like any kind of neural scientist, they'll tell you that blue light the phones emit a blue light, which it is going to block the production of melatonin, which makes you sleepy. So basically, at nighttime, it confuses your circadian rhythm, and the blue light is harmful for getting a restful night's sleep, because the blue light that comes from the phones, it blocks that production. So as a result, that's probably the worst thing you can do in the middle of the night is hop up on your phone. Even TV has blue light. So he's saying he couldn't sleep, and he stepped up and he stayed up all night and things like that. And he's blaming the oxygen, but he just told on himself. You staring at your phone and trying to sleep is literally the worst thing you can do. And that's not a myth.
In my mind, I'm thinking maybe it's just the jet lag, it's the after effects of the jet lag or whatever. We had big air vents in every room that was in the hotels, and this is what I should have known. This is what I should have known. What we should have done, I should have realized this earlier. Got out of the hotel, booked Airbnb, and stayed in the Airbnb. Las Vegas.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. We should have got an Airbnb. I mean, this is terrible stuff. It is fully official to me at this point that Ismael Barroso, he knocked some brain cells loose. Like, this man is hitting harder than we all thought. Like, Rolly told you the man Ismael Barroso had power, but his power is different. It's real diffy. This is some different type of power for you to concoct this brainless, mindless dissertation about how Las Vegas basically set you up for failure by properly oxygenating the casino floor. But then they have he keep talking about they got big vents in the room. It's a hotel. What hotel doesn't have that? The other reason I know he's capped is because it's big money ego. I be in Vegas. I'm on the West Coast. I'm in California. And Vegas is my second home. LA and Vegas are my second home. West side, right? So we real Westy. So I always in Vegas, and I never had this same problem. So maybe it was jet lag. Like, you were better off saying something like, oh, I think I was jet lagged or something like that. You literally said, it's well known, and I talk to people and they oxygenate the floor. Now, a simple Google search, because he said it's not a conspiracy theory. Look, I typed it in and it says, I'm sure you heard the myth that oxygen is pumped into the casinos to give people more energy and keep them awake. This is, in fact, the enduring Vegas myth of all time. There is no doubt that the casino keeps the air chilly to give that same effect, but there's no mechanism actually pumping extra oxygen into the system. Front page of Google. Use Google. It is your friend. So they're saying this is a long-standing myth and there's no truth to the myth. The man said it's not a conspiracy theory, but it sounds like one to me. The bottom line is you were in a position to force the Rolly fight for a title and you blew it, kid. You talked all this trash. You talked trash to Rolly, said he was scared. You talked trash to Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe. And now that you got embarrassed and knocked out in the first round, you have to face the music. And by facing the music, it's usually take it on the chin and just, accept your defeat and try to rebuild. This is bad stuff, talking about the hotel, poison the air. Like, that sounds crazy. And here's the other thing. I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but when they have fights, I've covered enough of these to know that they have fighter hotels, right? So all the fighters are in the hotels. So how come Ismael Barroso, he was in the same type of room, in the same climate, in the same atmosphere, and he knocked you smooth out? So he put you to sleep, and at night he had no problem sleeping. So if this whole myth about it wasn't properly there, the oxygen wasn't flowing, then how come an older guy, Ismael Barroso, everybody talks about his age and how old he looks, how come this older guy was able to put you down and put you to sleep and rock you, and he's in the same hotel. How is Virgil Ortiz able to get a first round knockout as well? So the only one complaining about the air is you. You have an older fighter who everyone focused in on his age, and he's in the same atmosphere in the same type of hotel, and he's not saying this goofy stuff. Hold your L. And it's funny because people like Errol Spence post he had eye cataract surgery, and you have people saying like, oh, this is ridiculous, and Errol's making excuses. This is an excuse because there's nothing to corroborate. If Errol had cataract surgery, it's just what it is. He had his surgery. He's just telling you that, right? And that is more feasible and plausible than this poppycock. Subscribe to the channel. More videos coming soon. I just thought this was funny, so I needed y'all to see this. Watch some more other content.